Hey everyone, Scott here, and this is my set of AirPods 3. AirPods 3rd generation, and I gotta be honest, I did not want to go out and buy these things. What happened was that my first generation AirPods and my second generation AirPods were so bad when it came to battery life. They only lasted maybe a year under what I consider very light use, just an hour a day. They didn't last that long, and when my second generation AirPods died, I begrudgingly went out and I purchased these thinking it was going to be the same thing. But these things have been amazing. It's been maybe 2.5 years since I bought these, and battery life is still excellent. I can go forever, it seems, on a single charge, which really makes me happy. Anyway, these things are not perfect though, and that's what this video is about. My goal is to tell you all of the pros and cons about using the AirPods 3rd generation, everything that I've experienced over the past 2 years or so. It's mostly good stuff. There are a few bad things, so let's just get right into it. The best thing by far about the 3rd generation AirPods is battery life. Now, as I said, I didn't want to buy these things. This was a forced purchase because my other AirPods died. My second generation AirPods just wouldn't go more than an hour. The battery had depleted that much. But the 3rd generation, I've had this, trying to think, probably almost going on 2.5 years now, almost 3 maybe 2.5, and battery life is still ridiculous in a good way. I can sit down and I can watch 3 hours of YouTube non-stop, and I'm not going to have any issues with battery life or these things bugging out on me, which is just excellent. Another pro is how good these things sound. Now, of course, these aren't the AirPods Pro, but they sound pro. Bass is incredibly deep on these. This is the first generation of the AirPods, or at least the bass AirPods that I've ever had that actually sounded good. I couldn't believe it when I put these in my ear for the very first time. It was like listening to a pair of AirPods Pro, which, you know, AirPods Pro aren't perfect, but they sound so much better, or typically in the past, they always sounded so much better than the bass AirPods. But these bad boys, these sounded good. A con would be that you can't really listen to these things, or I should say they're not very effective out here in nature. Actually, out here in nature, it's okay, but when you get up into the city streets and you start getting in noisy areas on a road or any busy place, these things are really hard to hear, even with the volume cranked way up, simply because there is no noise cancellation. And noise cancellation is the reason why I have a pair of AirPods Pro that I use when I'm outdoors. But when I'm indoors, I always use these, the AirPods base model, 3rd generation, whatever you want to call it. They're so good indoors, in quiet places, that I'll always continue to wear these things. As long as the battery lasts, I'm going to hold on to these. The way they fit is also very nice. I think these fit better than my AirPods Pro, which have a foam tip on the end. These things stay in my ear just so much better. I don't understand, because I've tried every size of the foam tips on the AirPods Pro 2, but these, it's just, they won't fall out. They're excellent. And that's unfortunate, because the only time that I wear these is when I'm sitting on the couch or at my computer working on something or watching a video. So, yeah. Another con is that these things aren't very good travel companions. I do like the small, compact size of the case and the earbuds themselves. That is a pro, I guess. That they're much smaller than the AirPods Pro 2 or the AirPods Pro, and I really like having such a small case that I can fit in the palm of my hand. This will fit not only in my pants pockets, it'll fit in a shirt pocket as well. It's not gonna drag it down and make it look like you're trying to stuff a bowling ball in your shirt. So the compact size is good. But yeah, as I was saying, they are not good travel companions, because you can't wear these things on an airplane. You can't wear these things in an airport or a busy train station. You're just not going to be able to hear anything without noise cancellation. So even though it is so conveniently sized, I never travel with these things, because, yeah, I can't hear them. Another pro, of course, would be how much these things cost. This, of all the things that I have in my life, all the tech that I've ever bought, AirPods 3, probably one of the best deals I've ever had. They're just so good. They sound so good. It works every time, and I don't know how they're able to price it so low. And that's kind of weird for Apple products. Apple's notorious for overcharging for everything. But I really think they priced the AirPods 3 very fairly, so no complaints about that. Another pro would be build quality. These things are really well built, especially the case. As I said, I'm going on maybe 3 years with these, and everything is just perfect. The hinge is holding up very well. The case, as you see, is not getting all scratched and dinged up. The lightning port still works. It's really good. However, I don't know if you can see this, but the stem is starting to crack. I don't know if it's going to focus. Sorry about this. I can't. Yeah, it's not going to focus on that white stem like this, but the stem itself is cracking, which is not so good. The earbud itself is holding up well. Nothing is getting clogged up, and from what I can tell, there's no other blemishes or scratches or cracks anywhere on this thing. They still sound great. Both of them sound very good together. It's just the cracking, which, sorry, you can't really see it here. It's an issue. Another huge pro is the fact that I've never had connectivity issues with this. Every time I put these things on, it'll automatically connect to whatever device I'm trying to listen to, whether it's my phone or my computer or my Apple TV, and it just always works, which is something that I can't say about previous generation AirPods. These things have been absolutely rock solid in that regard. In conclusion, I am so happy with the AirPods 3. These things have been awesome. Yes, I wish they had noise cancellation, but then if it had noise cancellation, they would be exactly the same as the AirPods Pro, which would kind of defeat the purpose of having the AirPods Pro. But for general use, and if you're not in a loud environment, these things have been so awesome. It's going to be a sad day when these things die. They have been awesome. Best pair of AirPods I've ever owned. And yeah, they totally nailed it. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, do leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.